John, quick.
I'm in, Matt.
You're in. You're in.
First of all, forgive the really strange glasses, alright?
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice.
Look like Richard Gere in the 1970s. Basically, I've got to go and see John Lever next week for my proper lenses. So these are temporary little ones that I use for really close-up stuff.
Perfect. There you go.
Hi everyone, welcome to Big Oggie Golf. We are back. It's talking of backs, Matt. Yeah, still struggle, but we're getting there.
That was almost a pun on that one.
It was almost a pun, as if I do that. We are at Radnor.
Yeah.
I'm with the Professor. We haven't done a video for quite a while now. Obviously, I put my back out for some weeks, which is getting
almost
there.
Seems like a month now.
I know.
Since the first bit.
Did you see my little tweet this morning where I put how excited I was?
Yes,
I did the Harry Met Sally. I'm not going to do it.
And again, that's a bit daunting now, sat in here on the table, isn't it?
My wife said I'm very sad and very scary. Actually.
Yeah, very scary.
Yeah. And obviously, the time when I tried to fit with Matt, because we've had really bad weather issues and whatever,
yes, and
you haven't been available because you've been doing courses and lessons coming out your ears.
Exactly.
So,
and again, even today, outside, it's pretty much thick fog.
Yeah, it's as I described it this morning, bleak.
Bleak. Indeed.
And there's a big storm coming in again.
We seem to almost be weather forecasters, don't we?
Yeah, it's definitely decided that the whole of Cornwall is not good for the rest of the weekend. So, this is the question and answer video that we've been saying we were going to do for ages. Yeah. And there is a heck of a lot of questions, and Matt's added a bunch more that he's had from members of his
various people, including someone last night that I was teaching on the range.
Yeah, so we don't actually know all the names of them.
No, well, I think they probably want to remain anonymous, but they do watch the videos, obviously. So, yeah, slightly different, John, as I said to you.
Yeah, it's fine. As usual, I know nothing when I turn up. I assume we're going to do this like on the list, and he goes, well, I've got these other questions to do, and I got, so it's up to you, Matt.
And plus, I've got all those other lessons as well.
Is that one of your areas in there?
I don't know.
Probably, maybe not.
No, not unless it's very short grey hair, as someone pointed out the other day. Right, here we go. Shall we start with some of these questions?
Yeah, we shall start with some of it. We'll answer some, we'll answer what we can, and we're going to hopefully, although it's not good out, maybe answer a couple out on the course range or whatever.
Yeah, definitely. Out and around, following me around doing my definite
And this may be a two-part video, okay?
Well, most definitely.
Yeah.
Right. Again, we probably need to tick these ones off, but there's one from Rory Springer.
Rory Springer, go on.
Could you ask Matt? Are you going to ask me?
Do you want me to ask?
Sorry.
Got the glass.
Put you on the spot.
Could you ask Matt what was the one thing he wishes he learned when he first started playing golf? It's a great video. Love seeing different courses around Cornwall.
Yeah. And again, a lot of these, thanks for that question, Rory. Yeah. Great question. I often say to people when I'm teaching golf, when you meet people for the first time, they ask some real simple questions, but they are quite complex in their own way you could answer them. To answer Rory's one, what was the first thing I wish I'd learned when I first started playing golf? I thought about this for ages. Well, relatively ages, minutes.
For you, yeah.
Minutes.
Okay.
And I was thinking, that's just not a real simple answer, because again, I'm sure a lot of people would say, maybe a high shot, a low shot, trying to draw the ball, trying to do this, that and that. But again, I look at it slightly, probably differently now, having done what I've done. And the first thing I think you should learn is to actually enjoy the game rather than the result.
Yeah.
Yeah? Because I know probably Rory's there going, well, no, I want to know a shot he wants. But to me personally, I'd say to anyone starting, make sure you learn to enjoy the game.
Yeah, and that's why we work on YouTube and why we're doing all this stuff on social media to prove it's not about the best handicap, it's not about winning everything, it's about having a good time. Yeah, definitely.
And again, because I've been doing various different things, but one of them wasn't, cut the long story short, an impact report about what I do as a golf pro, for part of the PGA accreditation scheme. And I was writing a little bit of an article about, as you know, one of the chaps I used to teach, who sadly passed away now, who had Parkinson's, yeah. And I won't bore you with the story, but it is a lovely story. Yeah. And we did get to play one hole. And to me, he wasn't about, oh, I need to try and get the ball high. No. I need to get the ball a long way. His biggest goal was, can I play a golf hole? And I don't want to turn this into a morbid video. No, but thought, while I can. Yeah,
yeah, absolutely. And I've seen him a few times, and exactly. He's kind of degenerated as I saw him over the last couple of years. So.
And again, and that's what I mean about the first thing I think all new golfers have got to do and appreciate is not so much the score, yeah, because if you base everything on score, I think, as you found in the past,
you'll be highly disappointed.
You're sadly going to get beaten up every time. So unless you're a masochist, don't look at your enjoyment, if you like, on golf by score.
Yeah, golf is hard enough without having to beat yourself up every single time you go out.
Enjoy those moments you have out on the golf course, and that's probably the thing I almost will be taking forward in terms of my learning and development. That when I'm teaching different county groups, juniors, I think there is maybe pressure put on them to perform.
Yeah.
And I now almost don't look at so much performing, but enjoying. So, Rory, the answer to your question is a simple answer. And again, it could open up into a more complex one. But the first thing I'd learn is to learn to enjoy the good bits. Because there'll be plenty of bad bits.
Absolutely right.
And everyone's definition of good is different as well.
Yeah.
You know, good might be getting the ball up in the air. Good might be breaking 70 for the first time. Good might be keeping a double figure off your card. But whatever you're doing, be lucky and be appreciative that you're doing it, and
you're able to do it,
and enjoy it. So that was a nice, I say a simple one, yeah. And at the same time a complex one. So that's one down, only 100 to go. So I hope
it feels like 100.
I hope
you're getting very popular, Matt. I mean, you're getting very popular.
Right, the next one was, and again, I'm just doing this while we're inside because I know I would need to go outside.
And
you're going to follow me.
I'm supposed to be organised. I bought a file of facts to get the whole channel organised, and I forgot it.
No.
I haven't got a pen to mark them off on it. Oh. Come
on. Right, here we go. There's another one we can answer inside. Jonathan Manford. My pages are all muddled up, yeah?
Okay.
No
change there.
Well done, chaps. 2,000 viewers, subscribers. Growing makes all the hard work worthwhile. 2 cheeky questions. None golf. And I thought, well, that's always a good starting point. Yeah?
Go on.
Go on, you ask that first question.
What's the Cake Masters #1 all-time cake?
There you go. We could always do a competition.
I'm actually thinking of doing a comment competition for a prize. None
of this, you know, who's your favourite golf club in Cornwall?
Maybe at Christmas. We'll do a Christmas competition. We'll do that one.
Yeah. But I'm going to give you the answer. So you might have to do the second favourite cake. Carrot cake.
You're a bit healthy, aren't you? You and your little sitting on your bike every night, doing your riding, watching YouTube on his exercise bike, eating carrot cake.
Yeah. No, and don't, because my eldest daughter will tell you that carrot cake is definitely not healthy when you look at the amount of oil that tends to go into it. And she'll be laughing, although she'll be probably tearing her hair out, going, "No, you can't say carrot cake is healthy." The amount of goodness in that, I'm sounding that way too often, the amount of goodness in those carrots, time you get to eat it,
it's gone, isn't it? Yeah, it's completely gone.
But yeah, the answer to that one is carrot. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. What was that? Second
in answer to, I like to answer it as well because I love a bit of cake. Why not?
You don't, John, do you?
I do. Funny enough, yeah. Because I saw this question a while ago and I was thinking about it. I actually love 2, and I couldn't narrow it down to less than 2. Well, it's about 6 actually. 2. So, first one is lardy cake.
Okay.
Do you know what lardy cake is? If you come from Gloucestershire or Bristol, you'll know what lardy cake is. It's kind of a big slab of Chelsea bun type stuff, but it's sitting in like treacle, right? And you get it really hot from the bakers, it's lush, and then it goes cold and it's still fantastic, right? I'll get you some next time I'm in Bristol, mate. I'll bring it home to you, right?
There you go.
Okay, and the other one is Victoria sponge sandwich.
Yeah.
But it has to be made by the WI ladies.
Okay.
Right, proper WI.
Yeah.
Sort of, I have a secret vice. I'm occasionally known to be lurking near a little village stall or farmer's market stall in the hope to bump into a WI lady who just might have a bit of Victoria's Blend sandwich on her.
There you go.
Okay.
The WI.
WI. Got to be done properly.
That's got to be another video there. I know we said also about answering all these questions, but we also said about discussing what we're going to do.
Yeah.
A WI video.
WI. We'll get the WI ladies out to do a lesson, and they can bring cake, Matt.
There you go. That's a challenge. If there are any,
I'm sure there's some
ladies out there from the WI,
bring some cake, and we'll do a lesson with you.
Yes, we'll do a group lesson and discuss the merits of Victoria sandwiches
and non-soggy bottoms.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, next question. Oh, sorry.
And did you watch the Bake Off?
I didn't watch the Bake Off. No, Matt. You don't have watched some sad programs, mate.
No,
I don't have time to watch TV.
No, very, very little time I do, but it's family bonding.
Family bonding,
and
okay.
I'll tell you what, there aren't many programs we watch as a family with the diverse ages and likes and dislikes. But the Bake Off is one program that my youngest, James, 12, eldest, Emily, 19, and us parents older. And
you're getting an insight into Matt's family life now.
And the middle ones. It's the one thing we actually all watch and actually find quite amusing.
And if you watched the video recently about Matt's anniversary, now we know what you might have bought your wife
precisely
to do with the Bake Off.
Off, indeed.
It mixes a lot and it does it really well.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, now question number 2 from Jonathan Manford. With practice, how would Matt break down sessions? Should you be spending more time on short play, bunker shots, chips, etc., putting, etc., or spend more time on the shots leading up to the hole, or is it best trying to keep them at 50-50? Yeah. Oh, that was a mouthful. I didn't expect to go all that.
It was. Jonathan, again, it's one of those simple enough, well, relatively simple to ask questions. What would you spend more time practicing? Funny enough, I was trying to explain this to someone the other day about lessons full stop, and what I necessarily teach John is is going to be different to this John, for example. Let alone if another John came in for a lesson, they're not going to get the same lesson. So it is very hard then to take a generic, how do I practice, how do I break it down, not knowing the golfer.
Yeah, they may have specific things they need to practice,
definitely,
as opposed to the whole general thing.
So, remaining nameless, yesterday's lessons, I'm just casting my memory back to who it was, or who they were, and one person in particular. I would say that person definitely needs to practice more general setup, in terms of posture, how he's preparing to hit the ball. Because without a doubt, nice as possible, the tee shot was the issue, Now I can't say to him as an individual, right, practice your short game this week, because no, I'm hoping, and he will be, because he's a decent player, he's going to be practicing driving, Now if he doesn't, because he works full time, but if he was going to practice 10 hours this weekend, I would expect 9 hours, 90% of that time, to be on driving.
Because there's a specific issue he has to work on.
If he can't get it off the tee, he could be the world's best putter, but he's not going to get there. So, it's a very, very difficult one. At the same side, the flip side of that is, if you generally study your statistics, again, we should be doing a list here, another video.
I've got the final facts on I can.
Okay, but another list of videos. How do you work out what to practice? It's got to be based factually on what you did, But again, the one thing that doesn't ever cease to amaze me is how many people forget the short game, yet it represents more than half their game. Again, what is the definition of short game? Anything that's not a full swing, I would class as the short game. So it would include pitching, running it into greens, bunker shots. But
distance-wise, the better you are, quite possibly the further away you are, that you can actually do shorter swings and whatever.
Exactly. So I wouldn't say short game was just putting. It's definitely that not. I would class it as it's not a full swing into a green. And then you've got to look at, again, Pacifics in there. Which bit are you not particularly good at? And this was another reason we haven't done a video for a while, I was away with England Golf on a coaching, I'd call it a coaching conference to keep it simple, but it was a county programme development linking in with their stuff.
It's a coaching conference, Matt.
It was a coaching conference.
Too many words.
Up at Woodall Spa of all places, up in Lincoln. And they're very good at analysing all their England players to the degree of, well, they'll work out, right, you as our England men's captain, let's promote you.
I can dream, mate.
Your weakest area is between 30 yards and 70 yards. We need to work that down. We need to get it into a 3-yard miss for many of those lengths, and that's the sort of criteria they're working on. Now they'll do it over obviously lots of shots hit, but then also performance based out on the golf course. The reality is, you go out on the golf course and you'll say to me, yeah, I hit a few dodgy chips, but you might not have enough information for me to actually answer this Jonathan's question about how do you break it down. It's very, very personal, very personal. And I also had a similar question or a situation where I was trying to explain to someone that in a normal lesson, the first 10-15 minutes, if I've never met that person, they probably might not be hitting golf balls. It'll be trying to get to know them. Now it could be done out in the golf course, i.e. as we've done before, yeah, the first 10-15 minutes you could have played a hole and see all the shots. But I wouldn't really necessarily be sort of going straight into making any changes or suggestions until I get to know them. So it's that weird situation when you think, well, I come for a lesson and I teach 45-minute lessons every time, but I almost look at that first 10-15 minutes as just seeing what the issues are before making
kind of an assessment, isn't it?
Yeah, no, definitely. And the next, 2/3 of that lesson is then dealing with that. Yeah, so we might look back at that later when we look at statistics.
Okay.
Yeah, in another video. But it is very, very personal to you, Jonathan. A bit like the choice of cake. Yeah.
Yeah. But hopefully, Jonathan's taking part in the competition. Yeah. If he wins, he'll be on the lesson.
Exactly. And I'd imagine, John, it's a good time to just plug the.
Yeah. Should we plug it? Okay. So if you haven't seen the previous video or previous videos, because depending how many videos you create today, we are doing a golf giveaway. It's a winter golf break based at Gwynedd Moor, which is a fantastic artificial golf course.
Yeah.
And there's other prizes included, one of which happens to be lessons with Matt. And we've also got a 4-ball at Perranporth, which is a great links course, very tricky, and a 4-ball at West Cornwall, which is my home course, and you used to work there.
Yeah.
So it's really worth taking part, and if you haven't taken part already, go back to the other video, make sure you're a subscriber obviously, and comment on the video.
And link below.
Draw goes out on the 21st of November.
Oh.
So it's catching up. We are now in November, Matt.
We are, 1st November, 3 weeks time.
Yep, and it's a 2-night prize for 2 people, but a whole load of little prizes added together for the Big Oggie experience. There's the plug, Matt.
Perfect, there's the plug. Perfect time to change locations.
Okay.
Because I've got other things I need to be doing as we're doing this.
Cool.
So John's going to follow me around a tour of Radnor.
Yeah, that's fine.
And the big facility. So we'll catch up in a minute.
Yep, we'll do that.
Perfect. Hey.
You look good behind the bar, Matt.
I don't often go behind the bar, but I just had to do a couple of bits and bobs, and I thought perfect time just to answer another question, John.
Yeah, you do lots of things at this club, not just working as a pro.
I'm not just a pretty face.
Well, exactly.
Right. The other question that was an interesting one, which is a great one for you, John, is, Oggie, do you work for the Cornish Tourist Board?
Would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and if not, why not? I've always thought Cornwall's too far to go, but the scenery in the background of your vlogs is breathtaking. The course, question marks. So you might have to look at which one that was. Well,
they're all pretty breathtaking, to be honest. I have to say, most of the links courses, certainly.
Okay.
My answer to that is no, I don't.
No.
Although, if any of the tourist people or any locations in Cornwall want me to come and do some stuff and promote their places, I'm happy to do so.
Yeah, and I think it almost answers one of the questions I was asked by one of my pupils. Why do we do the videos?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just move around in case I'm not in the mirror, Matt. There we go.
Okay. That's it. Why do we do the videos? Well, again, from my point of view, I do the videos just to, well, there's multiple reasons. One, to help you out. is a good mate of mine.
Thank you.
Trying to build the channel. One, to publicise what I do.
Of course.
And also just highlight some of the work that I do as well.
Yeah, because we don't just show you as giving golf lessons. You're doing the junior stuff and a lot of other things that we see you do.
So there's multiple reasons why we collectively do these videos.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. So that was Graham Maguire. I think that's how you pronounce it. So name Maguire.
And very quickly before you go to the next bit, there's a whole bunch of us as a we.
Yes.
As part of the channel, because it's not just me. We're going to have a whole bunch of meetings over the next few weeks to move the channel forward into my ideas and to obviously have all your ideas about how we want the channel to move into 2020 and on.
Definitely.
As it's now got a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
So watch this space. There'll be a video in the fullness of time. It won't be too long away, which will kind of highlight all those kind of things you want to do to move the channel forward.
Definitely. So just going back to Graham's one.
Yep.
He then did ask, also, P.S. I'm also struggling with par 3s. Can you get the professor on it? I need a fix.
And that's one of my big issues with par 3s.
Again, as we said, one of the nice things about doing these questions and answers is we get a list of, we'll have to do that on a video.
Yeah, even if we don't have time to actually answer all your questions as such on a video, we do keep them all so that we can do other videos later.
Definitely. But Graham, just as a very quick one, while I was just chiding away our cups of tea, some behind the bar.
Another job he does.
It was, rather than having a sneaky pint, it was, in my mind, structurally, first of all, on a par 3, as a practical thing, maybe don't chase for the flag. Yeah? Because again, a lot of greenkeepers always put those flags in really hard to reach places, over traps, over water hazards, yeah? I think it depends on your handicap again, but maybe hit to the middle of the green, rather than going pin seeking all the time. And then I made a note, well, play safe. Maybe look for, it's not a negative comment, but look to say, if I did miss this by more than 10%, am I still going to have a second shot? As opposed to suddenly like giving a 9th hole here over the water. If the flag's at the front, surely the sensible play is middle of the green, back of the green, because if you miss that by 10%, you've still got another shot.
I'm actually nodding in the background here. I'm trying to keep the camera steady at the same time.
Yeah,
very quickly, my thought about that is I don't know what his handicap is, but if it's my sort of handicap, you're a high handicapper, don't think of it as a par 3.
Yeah.
Think of it as a par 4.
Definitely. And
use your extra shot. Don't panic about getting onto that green into a dangerous place.
And
it safe.
Also depends on how long the hole is.
Yeah, because there's some long par 3s out there.
There are some long par 3s. And again, the other thing is there, Graham, make sure you don't overhit. I do see a lot of amateurs when they stand on par 3s, regardless of length. They turn it into a sort of like a macho thing of, the par 3 is 150 yards. I saw Tiger Woods last night hitting a wedge, 160 yards. I must be able to get my wedge 150
Don't overestimate
yards.
what you can do.
No, exactly. And it's a lot easier to sort of hit a nice, easy, smooth 7-iron 150 yards than trying to get the average golfer to try and hit a pitching wedge 150 yards. So again, as I keep saying with a lot of these questions, they're quite simple to ask. They can be quite complex on some of the answers, and it does depend on the hole in question. But I do think there's a whole series of videos we could do in the future about how to tackle par 3s in particular. So Graham, thanks for that. And again, not wanting to plug too much your giveaway, if you put your name down and follow the instructions on the video link below, we can discuss that if you win the prize.
Yeah, and if you don't win the prize, still come down this way, because if you get a chance to come down here,
definitely.
Gwillimore is a fantastic par 3. It's all par 3s, and Radnor here where you play is a par 3.
Yeah.
So again, there's a lot of opportunities to do par 3 practice and those sort of things.
Yeah, and if there is anyone from the Cornish Tourist Board,
look us up.
Look us up, and we're going to a specific video. So I answered a couple of questions there in one, without giving too much away. I've got one more that we're just going to start here, but then end this video. We do need to change location, big time change location, and that was, and you'll have to bear with, because literally you have given me pages of this, and the question, I can't actually find the specific question, but the question was, why in practice do I perform at one level, yet when I go out into the golf course I'm at a completely different level.
Yeah, why do I do really well on the range and then go onto the course and it all goes wrong?
Yeah, definitely. And I am desperately going to try and find that.
And we'll find your name on the first part of the next part of the video.
St. David.
St. David, that's the one, yeah.
On Instagram.
David.
There you go. And his exact questions was, why can I hit it great on the range and have my swing path, etc. spot on, yet on the golf course it's completely different. It goes back to being the swing I've been trying to fix.
Okay, so we'll finish the video here.
We're going to finish that here while I just pack away those teacups.
Yep.
Rather than have a quick drink.
Part 2, we'll start with the answer,
we'll
or with some
start
answers.
With that probably on the range, because looking outside,
it's still bleak.
It's still very bleak outside. So John, I don't know if you want to put the camera down and I'll come that side, get rid of these cups and we'll finish the video. Up to you. I'll leave you to edit that one.
Thank you, Matt.
Did you want a pint while we're here?
No, I'm not allowed, Matt. No. Honestly, I'm not.